Hi, Virgo. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what the collective needs to hear at this time. I've set that intention with my guides and with this deck. So if you are here because this is in your feed, then this message is for you. And if you are here because of the title, this message is definitely for you. So let's get into the tarot and see what Spirit has for you. I also have an oracle deck that I will pull from at the end to get any additional messages from Spirit. So be sure and like the video. Leave a comment if you feel called to do so, and definitely subscribe if you like the messages. That not only helps my channel to grow, but it also pushes the videos out so that other people can see them as well. So I really appreciate you doing that. On the bottom of the deck, we had the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is about things behind the veil, right? The unseen. This is about trusting your intuition and that inner knowing and that self-knowledge, right? Your connection to the divine. And it's really like that internal intuitive knowing and being in touch with your higher self here. So I feel like there is a need to trust your intuition in whatever situation you are going through. And it's also about listening to your intuition and your emotional intelligence to lead you to answers about relationships, right? Don't overthink, don't overanalyze. Really trust your intuition on things. Because I do see the Lovers and the Two of Cups here. So this could be about partnerships or relationships. This could just be about balance, your masculine and feminine, right? And in order to balance, we need to really be in touch with our intuition. She's also about like no communication and secrets, right? So again, the things behind the veil, like there could be no communication. You may be in no contact with someone right now, or there could have been secrets in the past, right? Things hidden from you. Things that were not brought to your attention at the time. So the situation is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is about stability. It is about building something stable, and it's also about holding on to things too tightly, right? Like needing to release control in situations, whether that's in romance or with your, financial resources, whatever that is. It's just about like, that material possessiveness. It's never going to satisfy your need for security, right? Stability isn't just money. Stability is like emotional, spiritual, physical stability, right? Like that's the ultimate goal. It's not just money. It is, because you can have money and then you don't have like connection with people, right? You could have money but then you have no intuition, so you lose it all, right? So this is like really some kind of like stability here, whether this is financial resources or just a need to feel stable and grounded. It is a need to like release control here, right? So the blockage is the Magician. The Magician is again intuition, but the Magician is that master manifester, like creating the world that you want, creating the world that you desire, and then taking inspired action to do so. Like you are the creator of your world. And when the Magician is in a blockage, it could be like a misuse or like manipulation, right? It can be like a trickster energy is what I call it. And it's trusting that, if something isn't coming through, then there's something better elsewhere, right? If you're feeling blocked, you need to redirect your energy here, right? So I feel like maybe some kind of stability was blocked here. um, or somebody wasn't honest, like there was a misuse of power when it came to stability. So this can be like a power dynamic with a boss. This can be a power dynamic in a relationship, whether that's a loved one, like a spouse, or a family member, or like a father figure, right? But the Magician is, in this blockage area, is about your connection again with the divine and your connection with your personal power, because the Magician creates the world that he wants. He has all the tools that he needs, and it's that personal power. So I feel like this maybe has taken you kind of out of your personal power here. The root cause of this, we have the Lovers. So the Lovers is partnership. This is union. This is, this could be somebody like a love relationship. It's just a very close partnership. So again, this could have been a business partner. This could have been a loved one. But it's also about alignment, balance, right? Balancing that masculine and feminine energy, and then getting into alignment with self and with the divine, right? So this could be a relationship that was not aligned, that was not balanced, and it wasn't aligned with your future, right? Like it wasn't aligned with who you, it just wasn't aligned with what you wanted it to be, right? So this could have been very imbalancing. It could have taken you out of your personal power here, right? And left you feeling very imbalanced, very unstable. So whether this is like you needing to get into alignment and find your personal power here because you're not feeling stable, or this has to do with another person, it could go either way here. I feel like, it's a general reading, so you take it how it resonates for you. But this could have been some kind of love relationship, like a spouse or a business partner that, had lies and secrets, because you have the High Priestess and the Magician here. So I feel like it's left you feeling very disconnected from yourself and from spirit. So in the recent past, what is affecting this situation is the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is about building something together. It is about building something solid and stable and grounded. It could also have to do with like third parties, right? Like there were too many people involved in a situation. So this could have been like somebody lying to you about a third party. It could have been somebody lying to you about building a future with you, right? This could have like very well been a business partner, because with the Three of Pentacles, it is about like building teamwork. So it does have to do with business, but it could have been in love as well. So I feel like there was some kind of lie or trickster energy that had to do with building something here. So maybe you were building a business with somebody and they were lying to you, right? Or they weren't being honest with who they were or what was going on in this partnership. So your higher self or your spirit guides are giving you the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is sneakiness. It is lies. It is about, somebody doing something behind your back, some kind of deceptive behavior. And, they probably took something from you and it was hidden right under your nose, right? Because with the High Priestess, again, it's about that hidden. It's about secrets. Like something happened and you didn't see it happen, or something happened right under your nose and you couldn't see it, right? Again, whether this is in business or in love, I feel like this was some kind of deceitful behavior on this person's part when it came to building something here, whether this is a business or a relationship. I mean, we can do an extended and kind of see what is the underlying energy here, but there's some very deceptive energy going on here. So in the immediate future, we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, again, is a partnership. It is a relationship. It is, whether this is love or another business partner coming in here. It could just be balance of masculine and feminine energy, right? In order to get aligned here. But there is like this partnership coming in here. Two of Cups is love. It is union. But it could just be, harmony in a nurturing relationship, balance and harmony within a relationship. Or it could be a deepening of, this relationship that is coming in. Like they're wanting to deepen this relationship, or they're wanting to, kind of, I just feel like this is deceitful behavior. I don't like the Magician as a blockage. And then the Seven of Swords and the High Priestess. This just feels like somebody is not who they say they are. But this could be a new person coming in here. This Two of Cups could be a new love partner coming in here. In your thoughts and feelings, we have the Five of Cups, which is loss. It is grief. It is focusing on the things that are lost here and needing to really heal that so that you can see what's behind you here, right? This is a card of like gratitude and trying to understand that just because there has been loss doesn't mean that, you know, there isn't more here with that Two of Cups. And then you have the Two of Cups here. So this could have been a past situation that you were dealing with. Somebody was very deceitful and there's a new partner coming in here. Again, whether this is love or business, you take it how it resonates for you, because this is a general reading. But there is some kind of new partnership coming in here and some kind of balance. And I feel like you're just so focused on this past loss and this past hurt that you're maybe not seeing this for what it is, or you're not seeing this new opportunity here, and you're still kind of feeling the loss from whatever this past situation was. In the environment, the influence here is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is very defensive. She, you know, has her boundaries. She's got her sword up. She cuts things out that no longer serve her. She is very logical, but also very intuitive, like trusting her intuition. Again, you have that High Priestess there. So trust your intuition on things and keep your boundaries, right? Especially if this is like a new person coming in here. Like, it doesn't mean that they're going to be this type of person, right? This new partner could be completely different, but obviously have your boundaries, use your discernment, and also like clear communication. Speak your truth. What are your expectations in this partnership? What do you expect them to be in this relationship, right? And definitely keep your boundaries here. I feel like that's the influence on the situation here. Maybe you're very, very guarded and defensive, and I mean, rightfully so if you've been manipulated, right? Like, that's manipulation behavior right there. So, your hopes and fears, we have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is about weighing options and making a decision. It's also about taking on too much. So maybe you're fearing that like there's juggling going on, right? Like again, manipulation, lies. Maybe they're juggling multiple people here if this is a love relationship, or you could just be hoping for some sort of balance and hoping to be a priority, right? It could go both ways. You could have hopes and fears in this situation, but the Two of Pentacles is about balancing things out, prioritizing. So figure out what it is you want to prioritize, right? And always prioritize yourself over another person, because you are very important, right? But you could be like, you know, fearing that you're taking on too much here, right? Like there's too much juggling and there's not work life balance. Lots of balance, like the Lovers, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. Like, it's all about balance. So I feel like maybe you're not feeling balanced, or there's an issue with balance here, needing to balance the masculine and feminine and needing to get into alignment here in order to use your intuition and to see things clearly. So the potential outcome here is the Tower, which is a very sudden, fast change. This is like an upheaval energy. You know, the Tower can be good or bad. We're going to pull for future. We'll pull cards for the future, like what you don't see coming, and we might clarify the Tower if we need to. But this is like very sudden, fast change, right? The Tower is the breaking down of foundations so that something stable can be built in its place, right? But it does happen very, very quickly and very suddenly. So there is definitely some kind of Tower moment that is potentially brewing here under the surface. Let's see. What do they not see coming, Spirit? What does Virgo not see coming? These are just flipping all around and they're not coming out. All right, so we have the Seven of Wands, the Fool, and the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Wands is about standing up for what you believe in, right? Standing up for yourself and keeping your boundaries. And then you have the Fool, which is a whole new beginning, right? Taking some kind of leap of faith and then trusting that Spirit is going to bring everything together for you. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about growth and patience. And it's also about looking at things and deciding whether or not it is worth investing your time, right? Like what's going to grow, what's going to be fruitful here, right? The Seven of Pentacles is about growth and patience, but it's about putting that energy into things that are going to be fruitful and deciding what is worth your energy, right? So like this Two of Pentacles is about making a decision, right? And it is prioritizing things. And then with the Seven of Pentacles, it's about what is worth your time, and is this going to grow, right? Like this relationship, this business partnership, like is it worth putting in the effort? But I feel like there's like this whole new beginning on you holding your boundaries and putting your efforts into things that are going to be fruitful, right? Like you're no longer going to pour into a situation that is secrecy and lies and manipulation. That's not worth your energy and that's not worth your time. And I really feel like this is like that realization that you're going to pour into the things that are going to be fruitful here, and you're going to hold that boundary. So what advice do you have for Virgo spirit? Okay. I usually only take 3, but we got 4. So you have the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Swords, and then you got the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is your energy. That's Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like this is spirit like really telling you to go within and kind of pull your energy back from things, right? Like right now, it is best for you to be in solitude, to find those internal answers and to know that things are changing in divine timing, right? Wheel of Fortune, trust in the cycles that we are moving through and trust that divine timing is at play and that things are moving behind the scenes, right? Just because you can't see something doesn't mean it's not moving. And then we have the Four of Swords, which again is about pulling back and being in solitude, but this is about rest and healing, because that rest and healing is what's really going to help bring you back to your power, right? That Queen of Pentacles, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. So this is stepping back into your power, but you're needing to heal from something. I feel like there was some kind of manipulation that happened here, in some kind of partnership. And this could even be like childhood, right? Like this doesn't even have to be like a love relationship. This could have been any kind of partnership, any kind of relationship where you've faced manipulation and lies and you were trying to build something here, and I feel like they were manipulating you, right? And it could have really affected your stability, right? They could have stolen money from you. Again, whether this is business or love, it's going to differ for each of you, but there is some kind of tower moment coming in here. So what is, clarify the Tower, spirit? What is the Tower? Page of Wands. Like some kind of new adventure. Knight of Wands. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands. Interesting. So the Page of Wands. So you go from the Page of Wands to the Knight of Wands. These are both fire energy, right? So it's that fiery, passionate energy and also like this inner child, but it's like this sense of adventure, like opening to new opportunities, right? This Tower card is this could be a new partner coming in here, right? And then this is like you opening to new opportunities. And then with the Knight of Wands, it is about going after what you're passionate about, right? And having that drive and um that clear, intuitive, passionate type of energy, right? Like, but with that, don't rush into things, right? Like that Knight of Wands can be that fiery, passionate energy, and this could be a very passionate connection coming in, right? If this is for love, just use your discernment, right? Trust in your intuition here, and hold your boundaries, right? Because you don't want to rush into things. I just feel like this is you needing to trust the inner knowing that things are changing and that things are going to work in your favor. But you do need rest and healing in order to stand in your power, right? So maybe take things slow with this person that's coming in here and holding your boundaries, right? And then really knowing like what is worth pouring your energy into. because there is like this new beginning and like freeing yourself from pouring into things that are not fruitful, right? This is a really interesting reading. I like this though. I mean, obviously not the manipulation, right? Nobody likes that. But I love that there's like this new opportunity coming in here for you. And maybe you don't even see it coming, right? That high priestess, again, things under the surface behind the veil, you may not even see this coming. I just feel like this might be a new person, right? If you've been manipulated in the past, I feel like there's a new person that's coming in here. Very, very interesting. I just trust that inner knowing, right? Trust your intuition and stand in your power, and don't let somebody manipulate you again. If that's happened in the past, whether this is business or love, again, it's a general reading. You take it how it resonates for you. But I feel like this is, it's going to happen fast and sudden. And you're probably still grieving like this past manipulation, right? Because this Five of Cups, again, is about like focusing on the loss and then realizing like that you still have this Two of Cups behind you, right? Like this Two of Cups is coming in here. The Seven of Swords can also be about, it's not only about sneakiness and lies, it's about doing things differently. So maybe if you rushed into things in the past, this time you're just needing to take it slow and trust your intuition, right? And not rush into this next connection. So what else do you have for Virgo, Spirit? So you have be present. You are ungrounded and spending too much time in your head. Something has caused you to retreat to your mind. It's time to bring consciousness to it so you can resolve it and start living life more fully again. Interesting. So maybe you've been in hermit mode and now it's time for you to heal and stand in your power, right? If you've been pulled back because of this manipulation, I think maybe it's time to come out of your shell a little bit. Professional assistance. It may be time to seek wise counsel. This could be in any life area, from legal or financial advice to more personal needs such as counseling or therapy. Very interesting. Yeah. So you had this partnership coming in here. Maybe that's what that's about, right? It doesn't even have to be about love. Maybe there's some kind of, partnership coming in with a therapist or some kind of, financial assistance here. Resolution. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the ways that we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. Yeah, definitely sudden change coming in here. Pause. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back, look at all the possible outcomes, and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. Yes, do not be deceived, right? That Seven of Swords, but definitely you have the Hermit and the Four of Swords here, like that internal knowing, that internal knowledge. You have the High Priestess, trusting your intuition. There could be a choice coming in. This Two of Cups doesn't even have to be a relationship. It could just be a choice. But there is some kind of sudden fast change coming in here. But I don't see it as a negative. I think it's going to be a very good thing for you. I think it's just this new beginning and you realizing that you can stand your ground here, right? And hold your boundaries and pouring into things that are worth it for you as well. So I hope that message helped, and I will see you next time. Bye.